Hi everyone, welcome to our show. It will be a special edition of Beer Garden because we seldom have a Sha-Tin Sunday preview, but this time is a big day because there will be 3 Group 2s on Sunday, as known as the Hong Kong International Races of Trials. Also, Hong Kong Jockey Club just launched a fantasy game called MyStable. We in Hong Kong are enjoying it very much, and I know that there are many people in other countries are also playing this fantasy game as well. Hi Sarah, how are you? I saw you just created your fantasy stable. So now do you have 1 or 2 horses that you like them very much in Hong Kong?
I'm getting there. Yeah, I created my stable this morning. I think it's going to be really exciting. I actually told a friend of ours who's just getting into Hong Kong racing to get on to create his stable as well. So I took a few horses that I've played before and that I've given out on our show before. So we'll see, Harmony Fire. I still like that horse. The last race was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm still in shock over that race. So Harmony Fire I had to add to my stable.
Yeah, good to hear that. I'm sure that Harmony Fire will race soon, and then hopefully we could punters can get some marks in the game. And how about you, Steve? Any highlights of your fantasy stable, and do you have any some strategies of this kind of fantasy game?
No, really. I don't really have a great strategy about these things. I mean, I picked some of the obvious ones, the Courier Wonders, and I felt Excellent Proposal as well as a nice horse, because I think Joe picked Excellent Proposal, I think, last week, and it didn't get the best of runs under Joe Moreira. But, they've probably got ideas later on in the season with that in mind. But, as soon as I'd actually clicked and done my 10 horses and then pressed go, I suddenly realised, oh my goodness, if only I could change it, because you could spend hours just tweaking it, couldn't you, and changing it. But I've done my 10 now, so I will just live with it until we can change it, because you can change it in December, can't you?
Yes, you can change it on every Monday of every month. So maybe Steve, no worries, just wait until the next month.
Yes, there'll be changes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how about you, Joe? How are you? Is there anything special about your fantasy stable and anything you can share with us?
Well, I mean, I pretty much did what Sarah did. Some of the horses that we've tipped before on the show, I've picked and put on my stable, like You're My Everything, and I put Killer B. I'm hoping to see him back soon. I haven't seen him in a while, but most of the big horses, you got your Wellingtons, your Sky Darcy's, your Golden 60s, but I guess a part of managing the stable is trying to do it within how many points you have. So I'm trying to pick some ones that are not the obvious ones and hope that they just win in the next coming weeks.
Yes, I think it is quite a challenging game. So, and my tips for audience, maybe we have to study about the fixture in the coming months so that we can arrange the horses that will be racing soon to our stables. So maybe let's go to Sundays, the 3 Group 2s. Race 6 will be the 1200 meters Group 2 Jockey Club sprints. Sarah, which sprinter in this field is your topic?
I am taking the 8 Super Wealthy here. I think he is great. What impressed me the most is his gate speed and his late speed. And for a sprinter, I think that's very important. I think, if he continues in that strong form, he should really lead the field. My only main concern with this horse is he hasn't raced since October 21st and hasn't had any trial runs in between. He's the only horse in this field that hasn't had a trial run since their last race. But I think it really says something when they immediately put this horse into a Group 2 race. So I think he could just be locked and ready. And after his performance in that last race, I don't blame them for doing that. So this is a tough field, a really tough field. We have Wellington, who's going to push in the stretch. We have Skyfield coming in. So I'm going to take my chances here with Super Wealthy.
Yeah, number 8, Super Wealthy. This horse in this season, he joined a new stable, transferred to a new stable to David Hayes. And then I think that this horse really achieved some breakthrough in this season. So I'm quite looking forward for him to prove himself a Group 2 horse. And then how about you, Steve? Which horse do you like?
I went for Courier Wonder, number 9. So much to like about this horse. He was 5 from 5 over course and distance before an unlucky run on his reappearance when he didn't really get the breaks under Joe Moreira. And Moreira accepted the situation. The horse had quite an easy time of it. And I think he was hot favourite that day. I think he'll turn the tables with Lucky Part Stronger and Super Wealthy, who was ahead of him on that occasion.
Yeah, Courier Wonder is just a 4-year-old in this season, and I think that last time is quite forgivable. So let's see. I hope to see him to back in the winner circle on Sunday. And Joe, which is your favorite sprinter?
Yeah, I had to go with Skyfield. I mean, this is a really tough field if you don't look at the odds and just go by the past performances. You got a lot of Grade 1 or Group 1 winners in this race. Especially you have like Hot King Prongs coming back. But the thing about this race is that they're sort of in level weights. And when Skyfield was running, and that's my pick, Skyfield number 3 with Blake Shin, he didn't have the best of runs in the last race. But if you look at all of his prior form, he seems to show up when he's not supposed to. He did have that really good turn of foot in the straight race before the spell. So, he is a fan favorite for me. I love Skyfield. I just like his blaze that he has on his face and the 3 white socks. But I think he's drawn barrier 1. He doesn't have to do much work. He was unlucky in his last start because he was getting bumped around, and I think that's what kind of led to his demise in that race. But I think he'll bounce back here, especially with the level weights, since there's only 2 horses on the top 2 which are running at 58 kilos, and then the rest are running 56. So I think Skyfield, he'll be around there, I'm pretty sure, in the finish. But yeah, it's a really tough field.
Yes, number 3, Skyfield. I think that this time the gate 1 is a big advantage for him, so I'm quite looking forward to his performance on Sunday. And for me, actually, number 2, Wellington is my current favorite sprinter in Hong Kong. But this horse had some setbacks before, although now he is recovering well, and I definitely wish to see him run well. But I'm thinking that maybe not this time, and maybe I'm going to support Wellington in December later. So I will be same as Steve. I also go for number 9, Courier Wonder. Last time out was forgivable, and the recent barrier trial suggesting that this horse is quite fit now. So I'm going to give him one more chance. I will go for number 9, Courier Wonder. And to sum up our tips in the Group 2 Jockey Cup Sprint, Sarah likes number 8, Super Wealthy. Steve and I will go for number 9, Courier Wonder. And Joe's favorites will be number 3, Skyfield. And then the next Group 2 we are going to discuss is race 7, Jockey Club Mile. The horse of the year, Golden 60, will have his seasonal debut in this race, and he is chasing for his 15th consecutive win. He must be the favorite, so maybe apart from Golden 60, which horse will be our selections? And Sarah, what do you think?
I like the 4 more than this. I think that this horse's late speed figures is going to be strong to come into play to see if he can really hold down Golden 60 from getting that win. I like that Poon's been doing these trial runs with him and really getting a feel for the horse. I think this distance is ideal. Now, this horse did get second to Golden 60 back in April, and it was a really tough duel, really, that race. Go back and watch it. As from the angle of more than this, he put up a really good dominating fight, and his form in that race is really impressive. So I really like him. Barrier 3, I feel like could be an issue here, but I'm going to take him. He's coming in at 56 kilos. But like I said, I think Poon has really developed and fine-tuned this horse in its recent trial run. So more than this, I think, is a, fingers crossed, a good shot to play against Golden 60.
Yes, I'm quite sure that more than this, number 4 will have a good price because there is a favorite Golden 60 here. And more than this is quite a big horse, very big in size and really strong. And I also like his recent trial performance. And Steve, how about you?
Well, Golden 60 is the obvious choice. Francis Liu, the trainer, stated he's no more forward than in other seasons, but you would hope that his class would see him through. But, I mean, if there was going to be an upset, perhaps his comeback is the time for an upset. If he doesn't win, I decided on Waikuku as the horse to benefit. He won this in 2019. He took the Silver Jubilee Cup earlier this year. He was only ninth in this year's Shatton Trophy, but he was just one of a few hard luck stories in the race. Sky Darcy was also unlucky, just ahead of him in 8th place. Zach Burton keeps the faith on Waikuku. And along with Southern Legend, he's the closest to Golden 60 on the ratings too. So if for any reason Golden 60 isn't fit to go, then you would hope that the likes of maybe Southern Legend or Waikuku would prosper. Zach Burton, as I said, keeps the faith on the horse. And back in January this year, he wasn't far behind Golden 60 in the Stewards Cup. He was just about maybe a length and a quarter, length and a half. So Waikuku, last 2 runs have been slightly disappointing, but if he comes back to anything like we know he can, then I think he'll be second at the least.
Yes, number 2, Waikuku, he will going to have his second up for the season, and according to the previous his form, usually second up will be improved a lot, so quite looking forward to Waikuku as well. And Joe, how about you? Do you have any value bet here?
Yeah, I'm with Sarah here. I'm going with more than this. I mean, look, you look at the form, and it's just right behind Golden 60. Almost beat him a couple times. So the only main concern that I have with Golden 60 is his wins have been impressive, but they haven't been blowouts. He's run all the way from the back and almost got caught a couple times. So if he gets into a little trouble on the straight, like if he runs into traffic, which I know Vincent Ho's not going to try to run him into traffic. He pulls him on the outside and goes through. But if he gets into some trouble, there are a lot of other horses that are really, really willing to win this race, because you have this is arguably a grade 1 field in this. When you look at the Sky Darcy, a Derby winner, Precious Ship has the track record. But if you're going to take Golden 60 on, because you're not going to get any value with $1.45 to win, you got to take something underneath. Maybe you have him as a Quinella, a Trifecta, or Tierce horse. More than this, just looks like he's ran into Golden 60 before, and he could turn the tables on him. He almost ran him down. That was something. Even though he hasn't had a win, his performances have been pretty good. But not to say that all the other horses haven't. So if I had to take a chance with the $11, almost sort of a long shot in the field, yeah, I'd take more than this.
More than this will be ridden by Matthew Poon for the first time, and I hope to see him to have some bring some new things to this horse. So more than this will definitely have a good price here. And for me, only a field of 7 here. Apart from Golden 60, I like number 5, Sky Darcy. He's also a Derby winner that Joe just mentioned. So I won't doubt this horse, the class. Third up for the season on Sunday, and I expect him to improve because the last 2 starts that were quite forgivable, I think. But this time, Joe Morera will be riding again, so I want to give him one more chance. Number 5, Sky Darcy, to prove himself is competitive in a Group 2 race. So to sum up race 7, the Jockey Club Mile, apart from Golden 60, Sarah and Joe will go for number 4, More Than This. Steve likes number 2, Waikuku, and I quite like number 5, Sky Darcy. So the last Group 2 we are going to talk is Race X Jockey Club Cup over 2,000 meters. Sarah, which horse are you keen on in this race?
I like the 1 Panfield here. He's coming off of a really tough win and last time out against Precious Ship, who's running in the mile. I think he showed a lot of really good form. Now he's stretching out, back out. This horse has had some victories at the 2,400 meter and really interesting victories. I thought of how he ran these races and really shown the type of horse he is. So I think coming into this 2,000 meters, I know I've said it before, I always find it interesting when they stretch a horse out, bring him back, and now they're stretching him out again to that 2,000. I think this could be an easy win for him. He's just shown some really great form and has raced against really tough company in Group 1 and Group 2 races. So I'm going to take him here.
Yeah, Panfield really impressive last time out. And Steve, do you also like Panfield as well?
Yes, great minds think alike here, obviously. Yes, gets the vote in a trappy race. And I like Panfield because he's one of the few horses that knows how to win these days. Won in his final start last season and won the Shatton Trophy on his return over the 1,600 metres. And as Sarah says, sort of chop and change with his trip, and the step up to 1800 is likely to see him in an even better light. Glorious Dragon was unlucky last time, and Kai Young Star, and reliable team you would expect maybe to go out and push the pace on, which will help the Panfield as well. And his 6 rivals, if you look at their last 6 races between them, 30 races, there's only 2 winners have come from there, Glorious Dragon and Kai Young Star. So they're just not winning. But Panfield does know how to win. He's won 3 of his last 6, and that's pretty impressive with the company he's keeping.
Mm-hmm. And then how about you, Joe? Panfield as well, or you prefer others?
I actually picked Kai Young Star. Interestingly enough, hasn't run in the distance, so he's going to get that extra furlong to see what he could do. He had, the Fafa the Fafa purse was actually a good race for him. I thought that he was in a ding dong finish and almost won, but he still held on even after the lead. So it's going to be interesting to see, because another thing about Kai Young Star is he has Golden 60 form behind him. So he's ran 3rd, 2nd to Golden 60 as well. So if this step up in trip is going to improve him, I think it will be this race. Usually when you see when they put him in races that they haven't performed in, like a 2000 or even higher, like a staying race, they're expecting a better performance out of the horse. And maybe they're thinking that the shorter distances weren't working. So Kai Young Star, I think there's definitely some value. Not the second favorite to Glorious Dragon, and look, Glorious Dragon looks like he could easily win this, but I'm gonna go with Kai Young Star. I think he could put him to sleep and take the lead and go all the way here.
Yeah, I also think that Kai Young Star and also number 7 Reliable Man will be the 2 possible leader in this race, but the pace will be a bit slow, so maybe favorable for the front runners. And then for me, I will go for number 1 Panfield as well. Last season we saw him winning the Chapter Cup very easy, very impressive. And then after the summer break, seems this horse is becoming more and more stronger recently. I think that Panfield is quite really hard to beat, and I'm also quite looking forward to December, that he is quite a good stayer. And then I also think that Panfield has a really good chance to win the Hong Kong Vase in December. But before that, I think that on Sunday he's also going to have to show us a good run on Sunday in the Jockey Club Cup over 2,000 meters. So to sum up Jockey Club Cup, Sarah, Steve, and I also like number 1 Panfield, and then Joe will go for number 2 Kai Young Star. And then apart from the 3 Group 2s that we just mentioned, so let's talk about our best bet. Sarah first, what is your best bet?
I'm going to go to race 9. We're going over 1,800 meters here. I'm taking the 5 Celestial Power. I like that Poonstein in the irons here. He rode him to a victory last time out in October at 1,800s. And a pretty good victory, really. When you rewatch that race, he showed a lot of form and good tactics. I really liked the moves he was making in the stretch. I thought were very impressive. My only concern is, can he duel with CP Brave again? He's done it before. CP Brave got the win 2 times out ago. That horse is my only really concern, because they just seem to really kind of match styles and match pace. So, but I think for a value here, a Celestial Power is going to be my best bet.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Celestial Power. The jockey Matthew Poon, he knows the horse very well, and then I quite like last time out his performance was quite impressive, and I hope that he will continue his form on Sunday. And then Steve, what is your best bet?
Well, I was going to go for Master Race in race 3, but it just seems such a short price, and I think it will be odds on, and I think he will beat Nervous Witness. But anyway, enough about that. Race 6 for me, Courier Wonder, number 9. As I said, there's so much to like about this horse. 5 from 5 over course and distance. He was unlucky last time. And he's on an upward curve, I think. He's an improving horse. I think he'll turn the tables on the 3 ahead of him that day. Lucky Part, Stronger, and Super Wealthy. He was drawn 9 on his reappearance, which wasn't ideal. Gate 6 is a lot better. And a bit an interesting race, of course. Alexis Bedell is confident about Wellington. Still think Wellington will be better for the run. And Hot King Prawn, of course, a fantastic horse. Becoming an older prawn these days, though, at the age of 7. Still a very classy individual, but perhaps now maybe just a bit vulnerable to younger legs. And I think jockey arrangements as well, it would appear that Moreira's on Courier Wonder, and I hopefully will make it 6 from 7.
Yeah, Korean Wonder maybe have a better price than Master 8. And then I also think that in the Jockey Club sprints, I also will be keen on the horses that with lighter weights. So Korean Wonder will be Steve's best bet. And then Joe, what is your best bet?
Oh, my best bet's going to be on race number 5. One towards the bottom, God of Dragon, who actually ran. He's going for a hat trick. Ran a really, really brave race and still won. He couldn't go a step after doing the 2 turns. So it was kind of interesting to see him just outperforming a lot of the great horses. I mean, some of them he's facing again in the field, like Above and Super Bella. By the way, Super Bella was a tip that Brett Davis, the former Hong Kong Jockey Club, told me to watch out for. So watch out for that one as well. But God of Dragon going for the hat trick. He is stepping up in weight a little bit. He has proven himself in the Class 3s. He does get the weight allowance from the apprentice Jerry Chow. I think he could do it again. And he just seems to win when he's not supposed to. And you probably get decent odds with God of Dragon. If you watch his last race, his replay, you'll see he had a really explosive turn of foot once he reached the straight. So God of Dragon for me is my best bet. Race number 5, horse number 11.
Yes, God of Dragon. Last time out is definitely, I will say, it is unbelievable win. And then before this race, I like his gallop recently, and I think that this horse is still fit now. And then I hope he will have his 3rd consecutive win on Sunday. And then for me, my best bet will be in the final race, race 10, class 3, over 6 furlong. I like the debutant, number 9, Peking Lad. This horse is unbeaten in Queensland before coming to Hong Kong. And I saw the replays that his 2 victories was really impressive, really easy. And then after arriving in Hong Kong, Peking Lad had really good barrier trial performance. He showed a really good gate speed, and then he can keep till the end. So on Sunday, he will be jumping from gate 7. Although in the final race, race 10, the rival are quite strong, but I also think that Peking Lad now with the mark of 65 in Hong Kong, I believe that he will have some good performance on his debuts. So my best bet is race 10, number 9, Peking Lad. And then after talking our best bet, so let's talk about our value bet. Sarah, what is your value bet?
My value bet, I'm staying in the same race. So race 9, I'm going with the 9 horse, California 10. I think this horse is really proven at this distance. They've tried this horse out at lesser, 1,600, 1,200. It's been a little bit all over the map, but when this horse rides strong, is really at this 1,800 meter. I like that T10 staying in the irons here. He got him to victory last time out in October. I think you're going to probably get some decent odds here, really, especially with this field. I am interested, though. He is coming in with 54.5 kilos, which really, yes, it's an up in weight, but he hasn't ridden with that weight in some time. So I'm interested to see how he's going to really maneuver that field with that type of weight. But for a value, I just think you're going to probably get some good odds here because you really look through his PPs. You have to go kind of deep to look at where his victories are and how he rode those victories. And a lot of his stronger races, like I've said, have been at this 1,800 meters here. So I'm going to take him for my value bet.
Race 9, number 9, California 10 will be Sarah's value bet. And Steve, how about you?
Value bet will be Royal Pride in race number 4, number 7. I hope it's a decent price because a few weeks ago I had picked Centenary Ibis as my value bet, and I was horrified to find it favourite. It's always difficult to know what actually comes out as a good price. Royal Pride, twice a winner in Australia at Cranbourne and Caulfield. He was lightly raced here with 5 local runs, an excellent 4th to Excellent Daddy on his reappearance. An Excellent Daddy has since run very well, a very close-up 4th. The next 2 runs by Royal Pride, not as good. He covered a lot of ground next time, finishing down the field, 1,400 metres. And then last time he was behind Cheerful Days over 1,600 metres at Happy Valley. He's back at Sharton, obviously, tomorrow or on Sunday over the 1,400. I think 1,400 at Sharton's probably his best conditions. Luke Ferrari's on board for Casper Founds. And hopefully we will get a good run for our money with Royal Pride.
Okay, race for number 7, Royal Pride will be Steve's value bet. And then Joe, you just mentioned that race 7, number 4 more, then this will be your value bet. Do you think that he has a chance to beat Golden 60, or you will just place a each way on more than this?
Yeah, I think the safest thing to do is to play each way on more than this. I mean, look, if he beats him, you'll get better odds, but it's really tough to see Golden 60 lose this race. If you were going to play like a 6-up, you definitely have to have Golden 60. But if you're looking to get the second place horse, you probably want to put in more than this. Probably put it in your trifectas and your quinellas as well. I think that could possibly be the quinella horses there. So yeah, there's nothing much else to say. So yeah, more than this is going to be my value bet.
I'm quite looking forward to race 7, and then we know that most of the racing fans will be looking forward to Golden 60, but I'm also quite looking forward to his rival. That is there any other horse can beat Golden 60? So just let's see on Sunday. And then for my value bet, I also have a favorite one in race 9. So apart from Sarah, she just mentioned about Celestial Power and California 10. I think that punters can also include my selection. That is number 6, Flying Quest, ridden by Zach Purdon. This horse is 9-year-old, we see that, but in this season, I don't think that he is not competitive. Recently, he had a really good barrier trial performance. He jumped fast, and I believe that he is now quite strong at the age of 9. So I think that Flying Quest will have some good performance under Zach Purdon. So we just discussed about the 3 Group 2s on Sunday, as well as our best bets and value bets. So maybe thank you for your time, Sarah, Joe, and Steve, and see you next time. We will be previewing the Happy Valley meeting again on next week. See you next time. Good luck on Sunday. Bye.